some out in my greenhouse. Yesterday I got my Indiana Berry company order, and guess what? It just rained a ton, and so I am not able to get my things in the ground. So one thing you can do is to store them in the refrigerator, or you can go ahead and pot them up into some pots and let the roots start going and bring them out of dormancy. And so that's what I'm going to do with some of my things that I got yesterday. So we got some gooseberries, and I already have some gooseberries, but these are some different varieties of gooseberries than I have. So we're going to do that. This is actually a Captivator. It's an American and European cross. It's supposed to have almost be completely thorn free, which it has a little thorns here, but they're like even like super limp. They are definitely something different than the gooseberries I currently have. So I'm super excited to try these gooseberries. They're red in color and teardrop shaped, so that's different for a gooseberry than what I currently have. So that's my gooseberries. I also have 2 new varieties of figs. Again, I have some figs, but these are better adapted to our climate. This is a Chicago Hearty Fig. Take a look at these root systems. Look at that. And then this one here is a Olympian fig. Okay, great roots. Figs are easy to grow, super easy to grow. They root readily. So I'm gonna go ahead and put them in some pots. Let's see. We also have a lot of blueberries. I can't remember how many blueberries we bought. We got a couple bags here. And then the thing was, I remember it was something that wasn't going to go in my row exactly right. So I went ahead to the box store and I got 4 more plants of blueberries. Now I know these never grow as well as what I get from Indiana Berry Company. So I went ahead and bought 4 just because I wanted to like finish out my row. I was kind of in that the day I ordered all these things, which I have plenty more in the house of things in the refrigerator, but I was kind of in one of those, you gotta hurry up and buy it, you gotta hurry up and buy it, they're gonna sell out of everything, so I didn't order as much as I really should have. So anyways, we're gonna go with it. So here on, take the rubber bands off of my figs, and figs, like I said, are super easy. So here I have some recycled pots. Now figs create a huge root system. So I'm just going to take these recycled pots. I went ahead and mixed up my compost that I'm going to use it in. Just going to put some soil in there. Going to place the fig in there. Now I'm telling you, I really should be using a bigger pot. However, I'm not. I just want to get these out of dormancy and go ahead and let them start doing their thing. Now figs are not picky at all, so you don't have to be super worried about like the depth or anything like that with a fig, because anywhere that this stem touches soil, it's going to create roots. So there we have it. I'll just put him there and he's ready, and set him here in the greenhouse and he'll be doing his thing. We do have some wind today, so the greenhouse is pretty loud. Here's another pot, and we're going to put in our Chicago Hearty. You can see how big. Actually, we're not. This is too small. We need a wider, bigger pot. So I'm going to find a different pot for him. We'll go ahead and do our gooseberries. Again, these are Captivator. You can see they came with great root systems. Super happy with my order from Indiana Berry. I've always been happy with this company. So you can see gooseberries start out smaller. They do stay smaller, you know, smaller little type shrubbish. So I'm going to use this size pot. Put some compost in there. And again, you can see the gooseberry is just like a fig. Wherever it touches the soil, it's easy to root. So you can see that they cut this off right here from the mother plant and went ahead and stuck it in soil all the way up to here, and and it just all the way up to there it now has roots. So again, depth on these isn't super important because it's going to create roots wherever that stem is in contact with soil. So this is just a great way to go ahead and get your plants and make sure that, you know, they don't start molding and that kind of stuff, because if you can't get them in the ground, you know, you have to be cautious that you don't end up getting some disease or, you know, molding on your plants and things like that. You can see here I'm using a good organic matter. And we're going to get these guys hopefully off to a great start. We're going to go over here to our blueberries next. Blueberries are a little bit more demanding and as far as their nutrients, what they have to have. And we have a row of blueberries, but we need some more blueberries. And I wanted to try some different varieties, as well as we just need more plants to produce more of what we need. So we're going to, I can't remember exactly what varieties we got here, so we're gonna go through the varieties together. Now, your blueberry, when you're planting it, you're going to leave the stems on. Some other things I'll be showing you all later is like raspberries. Raspberries, when you plant those, when you get your order in, you're not going to, you're going to plant it and then you're going to cut all this top off on a raspberry. The blueberry, don't do that. You want to leave all the limbs on. Again, you can see great root systems on these guys. Here we have a Nelson. We have a bonus. Not a bonus like it's free, it's bonus that the actual variety is bonus. We have Blueberry, which is a very popular variety. And we have a Spartan blueberry. This is actually their blueberry collection, large berry collection. You get those 4 varieties from Indiana Berry Company. And then I didn't get the same bundle in this one. I actually chose the blueberry collection all season so that some of our blueberries can come on at different times. You don't want to plant all the same variety if you want your blueberries to, you know, have an extended harvest season. So again, super moist, great root systems, really good looking plants. Now the ones from the big box store, obviously they're not dormant plants. They are already in a little package, but I can guarantee I can take these guys out of here. Let's do it, we may as well. I was gonna keep them in here because they have a root ball and they're in this plastic bag, they'll actually keep just like this for an extended amount of time. But I'm gonna show you. You always, in your dormant plants that you order, they just take off a lot better. They just do a lot better than what you're gonna get. Look at this. This is like literally, you can see, it's literally sawdust. And it's just sawdust. Like that's not the root ball. Look. That's all the little root ball you got with them. So big difference in plants. I highly recommend always trying, if you can, to get, you know, your dormant bare root plants. They are just going to take off and perform a lot better for you than this guy. But I got Patriot, 2 Patriots and 2 Blueberries, which I already had a Blueberry, so we'll have a couple Blueberries. So we got Elliot here. That's a long-standing. We got another Blueberry. I guess we have 4 Blueberries. We have a Duke. I have not had Duke before. And then we had another Nelson. Okay? So we got some different varieties here, which is good. Now, with your blueberries, they love acidic soil, and you really do need to supplement. If your soil, most people, I'll say this, most people need to supplement their soil for blueberries to actually produce well, okay? Your soil pH needs to be between 5.0 and 5.5 to get your optimal best growth for blueberries. Now these guys, I'm only going to plant them right at soil level, the same level that they came to me, okay, on the blueberries. So the reason why I chose different varieties again, when the blueberry starts producing the year it starts producing different varieties like Northland, it's going to be your fastest, the ones that ripen the earliest in the spring, and it's going to have like a 3-week period of harvest, whereas one like Duke is only going to produce 2 weeks, but it's going to be the same first and second week that your Northland variety produces. So, if you want your season to be extended, you can go all the way out with Elliott. If you plant Northland variety and you plant Elliott variety, you're going to have literally a 10-week period of harvesting blueberries. So that's a long time, 10 weeks, which is great. Sorry, we got yard mowing going on today. And the reason why I don't want to go ahead and plant these in the ground, because if your soil is wet and you plant these in your soil, it just really kind of makes your plants super susceptible to different diseases and things. So I'd rather the soil dry out. How long does a blueberry produce? Well, first of all, it takes three really to 5 years of your blueberries being planted before you're really going to get much harvest, okay, for it to really harvest. And then your blueberry is actually going to produce, gosh, I don't know, I want to say for at least they're going to produce, I think they'll produce like, I want to say 10 to 15 years. So they're a pretty long-lived plant, okay? But it does take some time, and really they're not going to come into full production, given their most amount of fruit, until they're really 5 years old, okay? So blueberries are pretty a long-term commitment. Take some patience with them, basically, okay? Takes some pretty good amount of patience. You can do different types of fertilizer as far as, different types of fertilizer. I think, one of the biggest thing is people will, what is it called? Oh gosh, it's just left me. It's something every gardener knows, but oh my gosh, look at that root system. That is so nice. Super excited for these. They're looking really good. Oh, how far, I want to discuss how far with blueberry plants, you want to plant them a good 4 feet between each plant in your row, and then you really want to plant up each row about 10 feet apart. So that's kind of some ideals on spacing, is give them 4 feet between each plant. This one doesn't look quite as good, but that's fine. Really having fewer stems like this is perfectly fine, because blueberries produce on like second and third year stems, so that's why you have to prune your blueberries too. plants when they come, and they're bare root plants, and we just, you know, the soil is not ready, it's soaking wet or whatever, and you can't get out there and work your soil. A, put them in the refrigerator. B, go ahead and pot them up and let them come out of dormancy, and then you'll have, you know, just a bigger pot of soil, bowl of soil to put in the ground to get them a good start. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video though, because they have decided that today is the day to mow the yard, and they're gonna start right by the greenhouse where it's the absolute loudest. All right, you all have a blessed day. Thanks for watching.